Welcome back. You're watching the Tarnia Green Show. While destination weddings are breathtakingly beautiful and casual, outdoor weddings can also be a source of stress and even added expense. An experienced caterer not only helps you avoid these costs, he or she can also help you navigate issues like beverages, table linens, and even the timing of the reception. When all is said and done, unless someone in your circle is a professional caterer or chef, paying someone else to handle the food is one wedding expense that's worth it. Here in Dominica, Ronald Astefan is your go-to man. I sat with him recently at his property in the Heights of Mero. Ronald has had several weddings on his property. Here's what he told me. So I'm at the home of Ronald Astefan, one of Dominica's most impressive caterers. And we are in the picturesque area in Dominica, the Heights of Mero, where he has his lovely home. I want to welcome you to the Tarnia Green Show, Ronald.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. So we're talking catering, and I know you have an absolute passion for food.
Yes.
When did you realize that you had such a passion?
Well, it started off with my mom, Hermina Astefan, who began Guyav some 34 years ago, in 1981. As a kid, during the summer holidays, Easter holidays, Christmas holidays, I would go to the restaurant and spend some time with her and learn a few things. Mm-hmm. After high school, I figured, what am I going to do? What do I want to do? And I figured I would just join her in the business. Mm-hmm. So I went over to Cyprus for a 2-year course in cooking, which included food and nutrition. It included enology, which is the study of wine, food costing, pastries, main courses, and different aspects of cooking.
Mm-hmm. And after that course, you realized that this is something that you definitely wanted to do.
Yes, I wanted to follow with my mom,
Yes.
I made a commitment to her that I would join her in the business and grow the business,
And how has that experience been thus far?
Oh, yeah. It's been challenging, but it's been fruitful.
Okay.
It's been challenging, fruitful. I mean, the restaurant business is a very challenging business. It's hard work, long hours. It can take a toll on your health, on your social life, your personal life, but it brings a lot of pleasure when you actually present an event to someone and then you get the remarks of how lovely it is. I mean, you do events or you do food and people sometimes don't even want to eat it because it looks so nice, So sometimes, you do get the benefits and the joy of your hard work.
Okay, tell me, what are some of the events that you cater for?
Actually, I remember the first major event that we catered for, which was donkey years ago, was the first ever ecotourism conference held in Dominica. That was held at the State House,
Okay.
the old State House at the time, and we were tasked with 3 or 4 days of snacks in the morning, snacks in the afternoon, and to really showcase Dominica's local cuisine.
Yes.
I mean, the weather has changed since then, but at that time I remember we had an abundance of fruits.
Okay.
And one of the things that made the impact to the foreigners was our display of fresh herbal teas, actual fresh herbs being displayed for their teas and stuff. We had a lot of fruits, so we could do a lot of different dishes with the local fruits that we've had.
Okay, all right. Now, recently, you've been specializing in a lot of destination weddings, catering for destination weddings. When the couples contact you officially and say to you, well, Ronald, we would like you to be our caterer, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
Actually, I try to get a feel of the clients and what they like, and what they feel for, what their passion is or what their dream has been for their wedding. And we try to convince them to do as much local stuff as possible, but we do it in an international form that is more palatable to the palates of the foreigners, and also can be enjoyed by the locals. So we get a feel of what they'd like, and then we can suggest to them basically on the menus that we are able to do what would best suit them.
Okay, do you bring any specialty to the business?
Me personally?
Yes.
Me personally, well, the business is, well, my mom and myself as the head. My mom basically deals with the quality of the actual products living there. and between the organization, the food costing, and the event itself on site, ensuring that the decor, the setup, everything is in place for a smooth event. We have a very good team who works with us, both at the restaurant and on site.
So I'm hearing from you that you're not just catering the items, but you're providing services like chairs and tables and linens and all that kind of thing, decor.
Yes, in order to survive in Dominica, we had to evolve into basically a full catering establishment where anything the client would require, if they wanted us to take care of it, we would take care of it for them.
And you also provide venue.
We provide venue.
The beautiful venue behind us here in the heights of Mero.
The largest event we've done here is 400 persons for a formal dinner.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, so I'm not sure if the cameras can get a view of us in the back there, what's happening in the back there, but we've got lovely lawns and beautiful trees and flowers to complement everything. So we've heard that Ronald has been able to cater to 400 people. That's totally amazing. Now you've catered to 400, but you've also catered to smaller groups.
Yes.
Yeah?
Nothing is too small for us to cater for. I mean, some of the best weddings we've done, including a couple destination weddings, have been the smallest weddings. 20 people, 30 people, 40 people.
Why do you say some of the best weddings have been the small ones?
Sometimes simple is best, and sometimes the simpler weddings, you can see the enjoyment on the guests because it's more intimate. You have very good friends and family together, and they actually get a chance to interact with each other. Everybody else. Whereas if you have a large wedding, then it's different.
Okay.
But we've had some excellent large weddings where the clients were very skeptical. They've come in and they had very specific desires, and they were not sure if we in Dominica could handle it. And we put our team together and we subcontract whoever we need to subcontract to get it done, and it gets done.
But how flexible are you? I know that maybe you might want to feature ideally Dominican cuisine, especially if you're dealing with foreigners. But what if, a couple comes and a couple says, well, we want sushi, we want vegetarian.
We've done
are
that.
you able to cater?
Yes, we have. Actually, we're just discussing with a client right now who the bride is from Dominica and the groom is from Holland, and we're trying out new dishes from Holland to ensure that when the family comes in, they have some comfort food.
Okay.
So as long as we have enough time, then we can play around with recipes and try them out and ensure that we have good quality. And we allow for tastings if the clients require, then we can arrange for them to come in and taste the items.
So it's not mandatory that the couples ask for a tasting session before?
No.
Okay, great. What has been one of the most interesting dishes that you've prepared?
Wow. That's a tough one.
We have different cultures, different countries. We know Trinidad for the rotis and all the curries and all that kind of thing. We have Jamaica with the jerk. Dominica, we have all the great Creole seasonings.
That's really difficult. The first thing that comes to my mind is one of the Holland dishes, which is the bitter balls.
Bitter balls, yeah.
It's very similar to what we would call a meatball,
okay,
but it's with the Holland twist. So this is the newest thing that we've been trying.
Yes. So where do you prepare the food? Do you prepare the food on site or in Roseau?
Most of the food is prepared at Guyav and it's transported to whichever venue that we do.
Okay.
Depending on the menu items, some of it has to be done on site, so we adjust accordingly.
Do you prepare the food the same day?
Yes. You have preparation, when you're seasoning of your meals and you're cutting of your vegetables, etc., which can be done the day before, but everything is prepared fresh daily.
Because you value providing quality food, fresh food, and safe food. Very, very, very important. Yes. Quite apart from providing the food, do you provide alcohol?
Yes, we can.
To the guests?
Yes, we do.
Receptions?
Yes. We normally give the guests the option of either providing their own alcohol, and we charge a corkage fee to provide staff and ice and glasses and mixers, etc. Or we can just do full service where we provide everything and the client is basically charged on what is being used. Okay.
So what about destination weddings excites you, and why would you want to continue to cater to those types of weddings?
It opens Dominica to the world. For instance, a couple of years ago, we did a destination when we had the Emerald Pool.
Wow.
Where we have to, the vows were actually exchanged at the Emerald Pool, and then we had to provide food, everything, drinks, everything at the Emerald Pool. And I mean, these were pretty wealthy people who've come from overseas. But then the greenery of Dominica and the simplicity of everything and the natural beauty of Dominica, they were all at awe. I mean, I think, if I remember correctly, the groom's mother was challenged. She was in a wheelchair, and she still insisted to be brought down there. She had to
that's
go
so
down
sweet,
there.
yeah.
You know, because she just didn't want to miss the beauty of having that wedding, those vows exchanged
Yes.
by a waterfall. You know? So again, it's just the pure pleasure of seeing your clients and your guests really being happy and enjoying themselves.
Okay, all right. Ronald Astafan talking about his catering experience, the proprietor of a Guiave restaurant and catering services in Dominica. We want to thank you so much again, Ronald, for
My
joining me
pleasure.
on the
Thank
Tarnia
you.
Green Show. Want to wish you all the best in
Thank
your
you very
future
much.
endeavors.